Hey, hey, hey! Tonight I'm going to show you my second favourite puzzle game ever, Critter Crunch. Now, Critter Crunch was made by an independent game studio from Canada called Capybara Games. It came out on the iPhone OS back in July 2008, but Capybara took the idea to Sony and they remade it for the PlayStation Network. So now I'm going to just read you a brief description of the game from the Critter Crunch website that I think pretty much explains it perfectly. Players take control of the oh-so-cuddly Biggs, a lovable jungle creature with an ironclad stomach, indomitable tongue, and fierce devotion to his offspring. Biggs is in search of the jewel-rich critters that invade his habitat once a season, and using his tongue to pluck them from their vines, stuffs them into the waiting mouths of larger critters. This sets off chain reactions of bursting critters that drop the tasty jewels for Biggs to regurgitate for his hungry family. So the food chain mechanism is a really simple and easy to understand concept. That's why I think so many people could just pick up the game, go through the in-game tutorials and just understand it like that. It's not so complex that you'd be put off from playing the game. You don't get so frustrated that you want to just chuck the controller at the screen or smash your frickin' PlayStation in half. And I should say, I think right now we're in adventure mode, which is basically a story mode of the game, but the game does have a lot of other features and functionality. For example, there's a puzzle mode in which you can play through, I think, over 50 separate levels. You've got to just solve the puzzle. There's one or maybe two different ways to solve a specific puzzle, and you just have to figure out how. So it'll be like you have to clear the whole board in less than 3 turns, and there's only one set pattern that you can use to clear it. So, you know, that's where I found most of my frustration, but it's the kind of frustration that you want. It's that indescribable feeling of enjoyable game / frustration, you know what I mean? So the game has single player mode, like I said, the adventure mode and story mode, but it also has local and online multiplayer, and within these you can get co-op or versus modes. So it really does have quite a lot to offer in terms of multiplayer gameplay. And it really does just look amazing. I mean, look at the visuals right there on the screen. I think it's hand animated at 60 frames per second. And you know, it's HD, so it's a lot better than the iPhone version in my opinion, especially with all the added features and functionality, but just the fact that the graphics look so much better, it looks fantastic. So we're just on some of the earlier levels, but the further you go through the game, the further you progress through the story mode, the harder it gets, and the more fast-paced and action-packed it gets. Which is definitely a good thing. It's a bit boring at such slow speeds, but it does get rather challenging, and you will find yourself retrying the puzzles a couple of times because it does get just a bit difficult. A nice level of difficulty, like I said. And you may or may not have noticed, but they give you a rank depending on what score you get on each level, and basically that's just like, you know, built-in leaderboard sort of thing. I'm not sure if it's global or not, but it's always nice to have that sort of feature. It adds a level of competition if you're into that sort of thing, trying to become the best, and that's always good in gaming, in my opinion. So I guess that's about it from me. I'm not sure what the pricing is on the PlayStation Network, especially because it's different in different countries, but independent game developers, man, they always know to set a good price, and it was reasonable when I got it. It's probably even cheaper now. You might pick it up on special sometime. So yeah, if you're into puzzle games, or you just want something to be able to play, pick up once in a while and play once in a while, this could be for you. So there's a demo available for download on the PlayStation Network, so at the very least go and give it a go if you haven't already and check it out. So I'll leave you with one more level of gameplay. That's it for tonight. See you next time.